Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all in between. My name is designated ID KHQ067 space bracket 0070778-0048 bracket. This video was created to provide evidence and explain my process on how my prototype resulted in my final product. This idea to make a board game based around the IP was actually manufactured 2 years prior. When and where I made the idea, I do not know, but when looking through like a script I made on how to play the game, Anyways, after years of nothing happening, boom, personal project. So my first attempt resulted in my prototype, and it's completely different from the result from the other one. The other one was, before starting the game, everyone gets one locker card and starts here. You also choose a certain job you are aiming towards. The amount of tokens varies for each job, and how do you know how many tokens you have? I don't know, I made everyone else decide for you. You decide who goes first, and then turn order goes clockwise or anti-clockwise. It does not matter. At the start of your turn, you roll the dice and move a correct number of spaces until you land on one space. If you land on a class card, depending on what color it is, it represents a certain subject, and that subject has a question on it sometimes. And if you get the question right, you get to roll a dice, and depending on what you roll is the amount of tokens you get. However, if you get the question wrong, you get nothing eventually. Sometimes the card can be a curse card, and you have to follow the instructions in the card. It's stuck with you until you can leave it. But if you land on a locker card, you get a locker card. The locker card can be used at any time during your turn or someone else's turn. Each locker card can do something different. It can either help you or make someone else better. This is where the true chaos and the joy can be found. And after a couple turns, you have a winner. That's how you play the prototype. The final design is like similar in gameplay, but also has a lot of fundamental differences. Instead of everyone deciding about how many tokens you need for your job, you have dedicated job seats. There are currently 6 jobs, and they all require different types of tokens depending on the job. Another change, instead of having 7 different decks for questions in each subject, instead stuffed into a book with also the manual instruction on how to play the game. And because we had no question cards to put the curse cards in, if you get a question wrong, you have to roll a dice. If you roll a 4, 5, or a 6, you get a curse card. If you get any other number, you get that certain amount of tokens. Now comparing the boards, the prototype board is much bigger compared to the final version, which is smaller. The cards have also changed too. The art style has gone from drawn to digital. Some of the drawings have changed, like sugar and translator. Some functions of items have also changed, like the backpack. Just for like balances, a fundamental rule was changed. In the prototype, you could only hold an infinite amount of cards. But that was until my friend started to only collect blocker cards. And after 5 turns, he basically had all the power. And so in the final version, you're only allowed to carry 3 locker cards, including curse cards. If you get a curse card, you have to get rid of 1 locker card. If you get another curse card, you cannot get rid of the current curse card you have. And that basically summarizes all the main similarities and differences comparing the 2 versions. I hope this video was to your liking, and so was my personal project. Have a good evening, good night, or good morning.